Byers. He is a travel expert as well as a reporter and editor for Open Jaw Network. Jim, thank you very much for being here with us today.
My pleasure, Renee.
Now that Air Canada is planning to suspend flights potentially, what should passengers be doing if they have a flight coming up?
Well, you should spend a lot of time on the internet and a lot of time on your phone because this is going to get it's going to get dicey. I mean, Air Canada flies thousands and thousands of people every day. I think even around 100,000, Renee. So this is going to get really hairy for folks. Now the good news is Air Canada maybe a week or so ago brought in what they call a flexible rebooking policy. So they are allowing people with tickets in any class, any fare type of ticket, to rebook for free or to get a credit, not a refund, but a credit. That's valid, I believe, between September 15th and September 23rd. Air Canada said that will be extended as warranted. I haven't seen anything about that being extended, but that is the policy for now. So if you do have a ticket between September 15th and the 23rd, my advice is you probably would want to rebook that at this point just to be on the safe side.
So Air Canada says that it could gradually start suspending flights as early as September 15th. Would it cancel or suspend all of the flights? Would it do it, sort of on a case-by-case basis? How does this all work?
Yeah, I think there's people who are earning a lot of money that are scrambling to figure that out right now, Renee. And they have not said, they just said it would be an orderly shutdown. Now, if you consider that Air Canada has about 670, I think, flights a day. If you wanted to do the math, purely from an arithmetic standpoint, you would be looking at maybe 210, 220 flights being canceled a day if they did it in that, progressive kind of orderly fashion. They have not been revealing exactly how that's going to work, but you would presume that you don't just cancel all of them the first day and you don't just cancel one or two. So if you rolled it out steadily, you'd probably be looking at about 200 flights a day over that 3-day period.
So what kind of travel chaos could this all lead to?
It's unbelievable. I mean, we saw how bad it was when the WestJet had its problems earlier this year with that surprise situation. Air Canada. I think there was a potential Air Canada strike in 2012. Then Conservative Prime Minister Stephen Harper stepped in. It is possible that the Trudeau government will step in and intervene and order the two sides back to the negotiating table or order some sort of a settlement. Traditionally, that's not the way the Liberals like to operate. They like to let the labor and free market do its own thing. You have to wonder what's going to happen in this case. I mean, this is just me. I used to cover politics, but Trudeau is so low in the polls. I do kind of wonder whether this might be something that could be seen by his government as something as being, let's step in and make sure that people's travel plans don't be affected. Then again, he's as far back as I've seen him in the polls. Maybe it really doesn't matter if he solves an Air Canada strike. But yeah, you're right. I mean, chaos is a good word for it. You're looking at least 100,000 passengers a day, or something around 100,000 passengers a day, with potential flights being canceled if all of Air Canada is not available. So it could be really very, very difficult for folks quite soon, unfortunately.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people's fingers are crossed for a settlement here, or for this to be resolved. Jim Byers, travel expert and reporter and editor for Open Jaw Network. Thanks so much, Jim, for being here.
Thanks, Renee. Okay.